Hello, everyone. This is Amy Grossman from the Grossman team, and I am reaching out to you today in regards to Crime Prevention and Safety Month and our initiative and efforts that we have started earlier this year. They are continuing this month because of the annual awareness of this topic. So here we are. It's October. If you've been following our Facebook page, we did launch a uh, giveaway of 2 Ring doorbells, and we have a few of the steering wheel locks that we'll be doing drawings for. All you need to do is like or follow our Facebook page, and I will have that link in this posting on Facebook so that you have it. And we'll also be sending the same video out to, we have a couple hundred clients and customers and contacts in Windsor Gardens that we will funnel this message to. So we are trying to grow that page. We do post a lot of information, both real estate and community related information, security and safety related information on that Facebook page. It is a page that is dedicated to Windsor Gardens. As a owner of several units in the community and helping people buy and sell in this community for many, many years, we've been out there since 2005 timeframe working with people buying and selling. We care very much about the security and safety and the well-being of everyone in this community. So we are pleased to bring this video to you. I wanted to kick this off with um, uh, the awareness, besides our giveaway, just kick off a couple videos that we have planned over the next couple weeks. But this one is the first one of the series, and I'm bringing this to you. It's called the Big Three from Community Response. Simply, I reached out to Chris Scoville, who is in charge of community response, and I asked him. I said, on the top, off the top of your head, across the board, over time, generally speaking, if you had to pick what would be the big three, the top three, not based on necessarily statistics, or, I mean, obviously it plays a factor in it becoming part of the big three, but it's not based on a time frame or anything, but just generally speaking across the board, because he has been there for a long time. He's seen a lot. What would be the big three? And he gave me his list. So I'll go over that with you right now at a high level. Of course, there are lots of ways to tackle these items and be part of the initiative in the community to create more security, safety, and awareness around these items. There are lots of ways to do that. And of course, we're happy to talk to you about those suggestions, and community response can definitely give you suggestions. There are a lot of things that are out there that are obvious and well known, to people. But if you are not sure how to deal with one of these items, feel free to reach out. Okay, so number one of the big three, the number one item was vehicle thefts and break-ins. I know that there was an incident recently that tackled a parking lot, and I don't know how many vehicles, but I know it was enough that it was a bigger deal than what we've heard about or seen in the past. That continue, even though over time that has lessened, it still continues to be an issue. So there are definitely some things that you can do to prevent your vehicle from being one of those in the future. There's lots of things that can be done, but the main thing is just don't leave valuables in your vehicle. Make sure it's locked. Doesn't matter if it's in a garage or not. You will definitely want to do those things at minimum. Having the steering wheel lock on there can also be a deterrent. And also for catalytic converters, we had this vendor at our security and safety fair earlier this year that had that they did the catalytic converter kits, and they also did the cages. So those are things that you can do. Security alarms, cameras. There are special cameras out there now for vehicles. And then I know that the police department and through Apple and what's been in the news, people have been doing those AirTag things. But of course, if you do that, don't track down your own vehicle. Always make sure that if you have an incident that you call the local authorities to get assistance. So that the big three, that is the first one. The second one is building security. Everyone has been in a situation where you're coming and going from the building, you're going to get your mail, um, and you run into someone who is lingering because they're waiting to get in, or they're a delivery or something, and there's a delay with how they're able to reach the person they're there to see, or how to get in. There are lots of ways to handle those situations. And of course, we're happy to talk through that with you and give and brainstorm some ideas if you need help with that. If you found that that's an uncomfortable situation and you need some advice, but also community response. That's what they're there for. If you are not sure how to deal with those situations, talk to your building rep. That it made the top three. So definitely something to keep top of mind. You definitely do not want to let people in who you don't know, and are not sure why they're there, sort of thing. So that was number two. And then number three is suspicious activity calls. This is a community where there is a high percentage of people who are around a lot of the time. So there's going to be a lot more people out and about walking, going to things, looking out their window. If you see something, say something. And again, if you're not sure if it's suspicious or it just kind of feels weird, that's what community response is for. Go ahead and report it. If you actually see something that seems like a criminal activity happening, right in front of you, call community response. If it's an emergency, call 911. If you can't find the community response phone number, or if it's it's not top of mind like how to call them, call 911. If you're not sure if something is an emergency or not, because of what you're seeing, and you are not able to call community response, there's the 311 number, and that is it's a number where you tell them what the issue is, and they direct you to the right place. So you do have these resources. But one thing that we can recommend, the Grossman team has been a huge advocate of this, and we are happy to help you if you need help with your phones. But this is the phone number to community response. It goes right to their office. It is a free phone call. If you have an issue and you need to report something, this is the phone number to call your 24/7 community response department. If the person who works in their reception area is not available, it'll roll to one of the community response people. If they're in the middle of an emergency, it might be a little difficult to reach them, but I've been calling community response for a variety of reasons for many, many years. I've almost never, I can't even recall, had trouble reaching them. So program it in your phone, have it on a sign near your phone, have it in places that is easy to find in your unit. But most importantly, if you have a cell phone or a smartphone, um, there are speed dial settings, and there are ways to put them in your phone so that you can easily find them in your contacts, but it has to be programmed in there. So if you need help with that, feel free to contact us at the Grossman team, contact community response, um, talk to building rep. There are lots of ways to get help to make sure that you have that number. That is probably the most important thing that I can say from this video. Hope you are enjoying yourself. We have more to come in October in the spirit of crime prevention and safety, and I will post some additional information in the comments area, in the description area, where this video goes out. And again, I'm Amy Grossman with the Grossman team. The Grossman team is me, my husband, Scott Grossman, and we also have Harper Prendergast, and we also have a couple unlicensed assistants who work for us. So we are all here for you, and available should you have any questions or needs, real estate or otherwise. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you again.